Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top 2 seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. He'll call for the fair catch here. This would be an unconventional strategy. Punt team on the field on first down. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. Oh, and he's got some space here. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tar Heels. He just sprints into the end zone. What a moment. Punt return for a touchdown here in the national championship game.
Boy, his vision and focus were locked in. I mean, you're right. He's thinking, I'm in the national championship game. It's time for me to make a play and put my stamp on this game, and he did that right there.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Have you ever seen this? The punting team on the field on first down. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the back now goes in motion. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, UNC.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, results in quick and positive results.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Kickoff team is on the field to move this one away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. It tests the middle but gets stuffed. That run goes nowhere.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Important second down play coming up. And the same runner's got it again. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pressure is coming. Just gets it away, taking a shot. And he pulls in the catch. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Well, the pressure just couldn't quite get to him there. They forced him out to his right on that bootleg, but give him credit. He held his poise, looked at the entire field, couldn't find anybody open, and he just pulled it down and picked up a nice gain.
And the single back takes the handoff. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, Chris, this back is so talented. Picks up another first down. The Nebraska faithful love to see the ball in his hands, just like they've loved to see the backs over the years. Think about T.O., Tom Osborne, when he had the backs going, Mike Rozier, and Lawrence Phillips, and Amon Green, Roger Craig going way back. More recently, Amir Abdullah, Rex Burkhead. Boy, oh boy, they've had some fun backs to watch.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. Caught in the flat by the running back. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Defenses all around the country have gotten to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential four-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. Looking for his big tight end. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get them to third down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down to the 45, but a solid gain to keep this drive going.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And that one's picked off. What a play. And he's got some open field ahead. Going to take it all the way in. Pick six. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And the interception taken to the house. A pick six. Potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. Dropping back, it's Davis. It's a short completion of the tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. It's a short completion to the big tight end.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. No fair catch, looking to make a return here. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Here's the second down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. He's got a receiver wide open here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. That's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety. And he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, just stoned at the line of scrimmage by this defensive front. They have been having their way at the line of scrimmage the entire first half of this national championship. And if these guys do not find a way to become more than one-dimensional, there's no way they're going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is knocked loose. He quickly lands on it and prevents the turnover.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Dumps it down and back. Clock. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Hand off to the single back. Fights through the tackler. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. It's an option look. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play.
Nebraska 7.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he went backwards after the catch. That'll set up a fourth down now.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
Knocks that one right down the middle. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Quick throw to his receiver, and he's got it. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Back to pass. It's Davis. Snags the quick throw. Breaking free at midfield. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Extra point makes the lead 11. Getting set to kick the ball off now. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. This is not the time to settle for field goals. They've got to find the end zone here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They stop him at 47, but that's enough for a first down.
The thing I love about this play is the quarterback put this football where only his guy could come up and make a play on it.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Just trucks through the defender. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Second down after that previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Extending the play now. In the clear at the 25. Oh, the football comes out. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Well, anytime the quarterback takes off and improvises, there's always the risk that the ball goes on the ground. He does a nice job of going off script, trying to create to make something, anything happen, but he doesn't take care of the ball, and the defense does a nice job of swatting the ball away.
Hits the running back in the flat, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking downfield. It's Davis. He'll take a deep shot here. And he is wide open for a huge gain. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers and his vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it an 18-point game, 28-10. Now they get set to kick it away. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. Can they bounce back from that right away? They're going to run it here. Runs right over the defender. That'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
One play, and they're already past the 40, first and 10. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking to throw it on first down. Caught quickly. Stopped after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Tackle made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 33-yard line.
You know, in these spread offenses, the game just keeps evolving, and the opportunities keep presenting themselves for the big guys to be able to run a corner route. So hard to cover this.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Short pass finds the tight end. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
And he'll get there. Touchdown, Nebraska. A much-needed score, trying to just hang in this game right now.
Man, I love that they're not giving up. They're continuing to fight and try to get themselves back into this game.
PHC is good, makes it an 11-point game, 28-17. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. We'll try to run it with the option. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Oh, my gosh. Give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight. Couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. There's the handoff. Powers through the tackle. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Takes the handoff again. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Well, they get stuffed at the line of scrimmage here. That's going to bring up a third down play for this offense. And, hey, I know it's the first half, but with the way this defense is playing and the fact that they have a nice lead, this is an important third down to try to convert here.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
The Huskers will look to convert here on 4th down. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Solid gain on the play. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Motion now from the tight end. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Huskers.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
And the point after cuts it to a 4-point game, 28-24. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. First down, looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
PAT is good, so it's an 11-point lead, 35-24. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. That'll pick up a first down out of the 37. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He fires it. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. The kick is short, and that's going to be returnable. They better get down to cover this. And he's in the clear down the right side, end zone ahead. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, UNC.
Chris, I can honestly say, man, I think I've only seen this maybe 1 or 2 times. Of course, the famous one a few years ago, the kick 6 in the Iron Bowl. But here, give the return team a lot of credit. They had a guy back expecting maybe a missed field goal. They got some great blocks and leads him all the way touchdown.
Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the punting team is on the field. Do they know that it's first down? He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. On first down, it's play action. Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Solid run, tackled to the 45-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And the Huskers begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Finds room at the 30. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on first down. The defense clearly setting up to stuff the run here. They look to throw it here on second down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. A It's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. This game has suddenly gotten more interesting, so this offense needs to be productive here. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Let's go. Freedom, freedom.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Easy.
To the air. It's Davis. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
And they'll give it to the back. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big playability.
And the runner takes off to his right. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. Let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off and some nice positive yards.
And the single back takes the handoff. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And he knocks that one right through.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete. Offense getting set. It's second down.
3:25. Tuna.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. He's found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to third down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. But you got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run.
There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Just gets it away. It's a deep ball. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They settled for 3 last time. No doubt they're looking for the end zone in this possession. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Another positive gain by this back. I'm telling you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
The shotgun handoff here. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
46, Nebraska, 34.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. He'll hand it off. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Now it's 2nd down here. And there's the handoff. And he'll get their first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
The Cornhuskers pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. He's going to bring up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up for 1st and goal from the 9. They attack the deep middle of this defense, could come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
1st and goal, down 8. They've got a score and at a 2-point conversion to tie it. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Okay, ready?
Solid gain puts him in good position for 2nd down and goal.
Get set. Flip. Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. Here we go, national championship game, 4th quarter, 1-possession game, Kirk. Let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure? Late in the game, they still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. The ball is picked off. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Offense is back out there on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looking to pass here. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Championship game, and there is nobody you can cover this guy. What a monster performance by this receiver.
Chris, we're on the biggest stage in college football, and this guy's treating it like he's playing a video game. My gosh, he's got this defense in la-la land out there.
And he knocks through the PAT. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense, and it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the 2nd sack in this game.
Looking for the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense is set up for the 1st down.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. 1st down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's got it for a big gain.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
Crucial third down play right here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the first down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a two-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball back.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Running back grabs it on a screen. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Oh, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it, and gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
Back in motion now, looking to throw it from the red zone. It's a quick grab. Powering right past the defender. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football. Or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Trailing by 2 possessions here late. Obvious call to go for it. Trying for a 4th down completion. And it's incomplete. And the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Well, I don't blame the offensive coordinator here. It's the right thing to do down a couple scores. They just didn't execute.
And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Last time out, a 1-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. 2nd down play coming up. And the Tar Heels are looking to keep this drive going. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Important second down play coming up.
Here we go.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down.
Here we go. Tuna.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, just so impressive. And, you know, as much focus as there is on quarterbacks and wide receivers in the passing game, at the end of the day, to win a national championship, there's going to come a critical third down where you got to rely on your offensive line. The opponent knows you're going to run. You still do it. They convert, and I think that may be it.
And that'll do it. We have